Hello children, I welcome you to the first geography session of 2021-2022. Today we shall be discussing our environment. So what is environment? Environment refers to our surroundings. Like in my surroundings, there is air, water, animals, trees, plants. They all together comprise our environment. Our environment also consists of blackboard, chairs, tables, mobile phones, etc. These are made by human beings, right? Then there are roads around, right? So environment refers to our surroundings. Environment refers to our surroundings. Things which surround us are a part of the environment. Now, environment is divided into two parts: natural environment, human made or man made environment. Let's see what is natural environment. Natural environment is when the environment consists of the free gifts of nature. For example, forest is a natural environment. It consists of plants, animals, air, water, sunlight, microorganisms, rocks, etc. Nothing is man made or human made. So that's a natural environment, right? Forest is an example of natural environment. In natural environment, there are certain things which are living and there are certain things which are non-living. So in natural environment, we have certain things which are living, that means they are biotic. For example, in forest, plants, animals, microorganisms are living, and there are certain things which are non-living, like sunlight, air, water, rocks. These are non-living. So all the gifts of nature together form a natural environment, and natural environment has certain components which are living, that is they are biotic, and there are certain components which are non-living, like air, water, they are abiotic. Now forest, right? Forest is one example of natural environment. Other example of natural environment can be a river. River has, there are certain plants in rivers, they give oxygen. There are certain animals in the rivers, fishes, right, in the rivers. Then the river organisms also get sunlight, they also get oxygen. That oxygen is dissolved in water. So river in itself is also natural environment, right? Similarly, atmosphere, there are certain animals which live in the air, right? Atmosphere is also a part of the natural environment. So there are four domains of the natural environment, or four realms of the natural environment. Four domains or four realms of the natural environment means every natural environment consists of these things. Every natural environment must have land. Every natural environment must have land. You take an example of forest has land. You take an example of river also. River also has land. The bottom of the river is land only, right? Bottom of the river, the end of the river is land only. Every natural environment must have water. Forests, they have water, or there is rain, right? There are rivers. If I talk of river itself is full of water. Of course, atmosphere is very, very important. I told you that the aquatic animals, they also need oxygen. Oxygen combines with water, it dissolves in water, and there are certain fishes which move to the surface to inhale air. So every environment, every natural environment should have these domains, like land should be there, water should be there in the natural environment, air should be there, and when all these three things are there, then life becomes possible, and the zone where life becomes possible because of all the three factors is called biosphere. What is it called? So what did I tell you? That natural environment should have these three components. First of all, land must be there, then air must be there. These are the four domains of the natural environment. Water must be there, and when all these things are there, they interact with each other, then life becomes possible. And in the narrow zone, see here life is not possible because only land is there. Here only water is there, here only air is there. Where all the three are interacting with each other, I mean in this part is covering all the three areas. So here life is possible, that is called biosphere. If I say only this part where there is only land but no water or air, life is not possible. Where there is only water but no land or air, no life is possible. Where there is only air, no life is possible again. So natural environment consists of four domains. Lithosphere, that is land. Hydrosphere, that is water. Atmosphere, that is air. And when all the three interact, wherever all the three components are present, where all the three are present, then there life is possible, and it is called biosphere. So what is natural environment? Natural environment refers to the surroundings which consists of all the free gifts of nature, like animals, plants, rocks, sunlight, etc. Natural environment consists of certain biotic factors and certain abiotic factors. Biotic means living, abiotic means non-living. And wherever in natural environment, actually natural environment has four domains or four realms. REALMS. It is pronounced something like realms. The pronunciation is this way. Pronunciation. Realms. Wherever the four domains or the three domains or the three realms interact. That means where land, water, air interact, there it leads to the origination of the fourth domain, that is biosphere, and life becomes possible. So natural environment consists of actually three domains: lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. And the three realms give birth to the fourth realm, that is biosphere. So natural environment has four domains. If I ask you the four domains are lithosphere, that is land, hydrosphere, that is water, atmosphere, that is air, and wherever these three interact, there is life possible, and it is called biosphere. Biosphere because life is possible. Here living beings can be there. Now let's talk about lithosphere. Lithosphere means land. Now the solid layer of earth, the outermost solid layer of earth, where you are standing, where you are sitting, that is lithosphere only. It is rocky, it is hard, it is solid, outermost layer. It is about 100 kilometer thick. How much thick, beta? 100 kilometer thick. See, in the continents also there is land. In the oceans also at the bottom there is land. However, the thickness of the lands in the continents is about 32 kilometer, and the thickness of the land, in the oceans, the oceanic floor, they are only 8 kilometer thick. So the thickness varies. So what is lithosphere basically? Lithosphere means land. What does lithosphere mean? Lithosphere means land. And land is outermost solid, thick solid layer. It is rocky, right? Now lithosphere is about lithosphere is about 100 kilometer thick. Lithosphere is about 100 kilometer thick. Yes, and in continents approximately it is about 32 kilometer thick. So the average thickness of lithosphere is 100 kilometers. If I talk of continents specifically, it is approximately 32 kilometer thick, but in oceans it is just 8 kilometer thick, right? So this is lithosphere, right? Somewhere it is 100 kilometer thick. In the continents it is approximately 32 kilometer thick. In the oceans it is approximately 8 kilometer thick. Now in this lithosphere, on this land, sometimes there are mountains, sometimes there are plateaus, sometimes there are short hills, right? So in this there are valleys. Then here, like in 8 kilometer, there is ocean. So first of all, there is lithosphere, right? Lithosphere's thickness varies. Somewhere it is 100 kilometer. In the continents, it is about 32 kilometers. Somewhere in the on the ocean floors are about 8 kilometer thick. Then on the lithosphere, somewhere there is mountain standing, somewhere there are hills standing, somewhere water is flowing, right? So lithosphere is so very important for building roads, railways, factories, for agricultural purposes. Land is so very important. Lithosphere means land, and land is needed for so many purposes, like for growing crops, for building houses, for roads. It is always easy to have flat land. I mean, whenever the land is flat, say there is a flat land, then it's always easy to build roads. And if it is fertile, you can easily perform agriculture, you can easily cultivate. Right? It is easy to build roads, build factories on a flat land. So far we discussed what is environment. Environments are of two types, natural and man-made. Natural environment consists of the free gifts. They could be living or non-living. Then natural environment has actually 4 realms. First, lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, and these 3 give birth to the 4th realm, that is biosphere. Right? Then I told you what is lithosphere. Lithosphere is the land. Now land is also there in the oceans also. Land is also there, all around us. Now the thickness of land varies from place to place. The thickness is very less in the ocean floors. It is just 8 kilometer thick. Now lithosphere is made of various types of rocks. On the lithosphere stands the mountains, the plateaus, the rivers, lithosphere, the plains, and lithosphere is also used for making roads, railways, etc. The plain land is the best for making roads, railways, factories, setting up factories, etc. If the lithosphere consists of the mountain, then you will have to cut the mountain to build a road. Now hydrosphere, as the name suggests, water. There is 71% of the earth's surface which is covered with water. That is why it is known as blue planet. Our earth is known as blue planet or watery planet, because 71% of the earth's surface is covered with water. Now somewhere there are rivers, somewhere there are seas, somewhere there are lakes, somewhere there are bays, ice caps, glaciers, somewhere there is fresh water, somewhere there is salty water, right? But we need fresh water for drinking and for other purposes. Oceans provide us pearls, they provide food to various organisms, they provide the seas provide us salt. Then so many minerals are found in the oceans. So everything has its own importance. Hydrosphere is very very important for us, right? Even the salty water, beneath that salty water we find minerals. Then atmosphere has its own relevance. Atmosphere helps to maintain the temperature of the earth. Atmosphere contains oxygen. We cannot imagine our lives without oxygen. Atmosphere contains carbon dioxide, which is necessary for the plants to perform photosynthesis. Then atmosphere, due to atmosphere only, we have rainfall, we have various phenomena. Had there not been any atmosphere, or had there not been any oxygen, then life would not have been possible on earth. Then wherever all the three interact with each other, their life becomes possible, and it is called biosphere. India is, our earth is the only planet where lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere, they interact with each other and make life possible, right? See, Mars also has lithosphere, right? But Jupiter does not have lithosphere. Mars has lithosphere, but then if I talk of hydrosphere and atmosphere, we still are working on it. If life can be made possible, still the conditions are not very very favorable. That means lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere are not able to interact with each other. If I talk of Jupiter, Jupiter is made of gases only. There is no lithosphere. So there is no lithosphere, life is not possible. All the three things have to be present in the in the natural environment, and they need to interact with each other. Then only life will become possible. Then only there will be biosphere. This is biosphere, where all the three are interacting with each other and making life possible. Is it clear? So biosphere means life or living. So biosphere is possible only where lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere, they interact with each other. Right? If there is only lithosphere at a place, life is not possible. Only hydrosphere, life is not possible. Now this word has been given by biosphere. This word has been given by Austrian geologist Edward Suess. What was his name? Edward Suess, who gave this word biosphere. Okay. Now, see, what is ecosystem? To help you understand ecosystem, let me show you a picture. Biosphere is divided into various ecosystems. There are so many ecosystems in the biosphere. There are different ecosystems. For example, see, forest is an ecosystem. Ecosystem is complete in itself. All the organisms there interact with each other and their surroundings, and life is possible there. See, forest is an ecosystem, and every ecosystem is a part of biosphere. Forest is an ecosystem because there are trees. Trees provide oxygen around. There is sunlight through which they perform photosynthesis. Then there are bacteria there, protozoans there, and life is possible. They are complete in itself. They do not need any other ecosystem. See, this is a sea or an ocean. This is also again a complete ecosystem. There is dissolved oxygen. There are certain plants which produce oxygen. There are fishes. They live. And it is complete in itself. They are not dependent upon any other ecosystem, like they are not dependent upon the forests around. Similarly, see, this is another ecosystem. There is air, bacteria, plankton, sea anemone, rocks. They are complete in itself. They are not dependent upon us. They are not dependent upon city people. They are complete in itself. They will get affected only if we destroy the quality we try to hunt them. Otherwise, they are complete in themselves. Life is possible there. Then aquarium is a man-made ecosystem. It is a human-made ecosystem where it is complete in itself. The fishes can live there. They don't need to get out for their survival. It is complete. There are plants, there is sunlight, there are fishes. They are complete in itself. This is okay. What is human environment? Human environment refers to creations of human beings such as roads, bridges, etc. Now, human environment is of course influenced by the natural environment. We take things from the natural environment only to create human environment. To build say a monument, we need rocks, a part of natural environment only. And then our human environment affects our lifestyle, everything, our dressing sense, our food habits. Now, as the population is increasing at an alarming rate, we are destroying our natural environment. We are destroying forests for our greed, and we are putting our natural environment in danger for to create more and more of human environment. Since we are destroying our natural environment, we are destroying lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere. We are making our earth lifeless every day. If we continue doing this, then life will become impossible on earth the way it is impossible in on other planets. So it is high time that we do not cause any damage to lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. Any damage caused to any of these domains or all the domains will make life impossible on earth. We need to establish balance between the two. No doubt we have gone a long way when it comes to technology. But then in the name of technology, damaging any of these three domains which make life possible will eventually make life impossible on earth, and there will be a time when we will not be able to repair our earth. The losses will become irreparable if we continue this way. So we need to conserve our environment. We need to stop damaging our environment. Walk whenever it is possible. Do not use elevators and escalators. Switch off the fans and the lights when not in use. Conserve water so that all the three domains of the earth are conserved. Thank you and have a great day ahead.